What's up, guys? It is TJ back again with Legend Sports Cars. Just want to thank you guys for tuning in to another video. Thank you guys so much for the support on the last video. Today we're going to go right off the last video and just give you guys a brief Topps 2020 project update and what the market's doing, the fluctuations that's happening, some of the sales that I've been seeing on eBay, in the private marketplaces as well, and just some other things. So first things first, guys, if you guys watched my last video, I told you guys that, the prices for the cards, obviously you can make a lot of money buying them for 20 bucks and then reselling them, when they get to your house for, $300, $400, $500, $600. Yes, that's true for some cards, but I just want you guys to understand some cards will not have the same effect. Eventually, the market is going to balance out, right? It's not going to be too high, too low. It's going to balance out with prices that are more sustainable. So prices that basically, what that means is that prices are going to basically flatline at a certain point where they're going to average out to that price. So let's say, a card you buy for 20 bucks, right? That's like, let's say a person that's not as popular as, let's say, Derek Jeter, right? So you buy for 20, they may sell for 300 when you get them, but over time the prices are going to go down to the point where I think they're going to be worth probably $80 to $100 in the long term, and then they will go up, on anniversaries, big plays of that, of that specific person or sport. So, be on the lookout for that, guys. Like, so if you want to, capitalize on it now, you guys can definitely do that and buy up the cards and, and flip them and sell them. That's great. But if you do want to hold them, I would recommend too, because they will, go up in value in the long term. But if you do wait too long, you're either going to miss out because the Topps 2020 project is going to end. They're not going to keep making these cards every single day. But just like going off that is that if you guys, aren't keeping track of the market and not seeing what's happening, in real time, then you're going to miss out. And even with me, I've been, less active on social media and more, in the back end and in the market, doing my own research, making my own decisions, and just going, off what other people are doing as well to try to make the best decision for me as a collector, and also because I do buy and resell cards, the best, chance I have to make, obviously make money buying and reselling too. So that's, tip number one. Make sure you guys are understanding that this market will eventually come to a flat line, right? It's not going to be going like this, eventually it will, but right now it's, like this, and now it's slowly coming down, down the trend, and it's going to eventually, merge out where it flatlines. So number two, don't be upset with yourself if you do miss out on these cards, because once again, the hobby is about collecting and collecting what you want to collect. Doesn't matter what your best friend's doing. It doesn't matter what someone else is doing. It matters what you want to do and how you want to collect, and what you want to do with your personal collection. With me, I'm a huge Tim Tebow fan. I'm a huge Derek Jeter fan. I love the New York Yankees. I love who else? I love Mariano Rivera. People like that, Jackie Robinson. So people like that, like I collect with baseball, right? So football, I love Green Bay, I love Tim Tebow, I love Brett Favre, I do that too. Penn State players, any Penn State players, I love Paul Posluszny, Sean Lee, guys like that. Basketball, I love Michael Jordan, as you guys know. I love LeBron, his cards. I also love Dwayne Wade, stuff like that. Even, I know that's not about baseball, but remember, even with the Topps 2020 project, guys, collect these cards to collect the cards, to say that you have the cards and that you want to enjoy, collecting the cards. Don't worry about the money, all right? We don't want to get, also too, like, we don't want to get, to the point where, that leads me to my third kind of thing I want to say is, don't let the hobby get into a total, money grab thing, because it's not going to ever be like that. That's why sports cards are so great, because the prestige behind them is worth way more than a dollar. It's worth way more than, a quick money grab. So even with the Topps 2020 project, guys, be happy that these cards are coming out. Cherish the cards, value the cards, love the cards. If you want to sell them, but don't make that your number one priority. Be a collector and enjoy the brand side of things, where, you're making a brand on top of it and making YouTube videos. And if you are doing that, or even just, collecting in private on the back end. So number three, guys, make sure make sure that you understand the timelines of the schedule. They release cards every 1 to 2 days, and it goes in a schedule, right? So right now they just released a new Mike Trout card. So I'm probably gonna buy that, after I'm actually done recording this video and putting it up for you guys. And I'm gonna get a couple copies of that, just because Mike Trout is one of my favorite baseball players as well. So I'm really happy that he's in these, sets. And then make sure too, guys, that you're enjoying the process. It's like stocks. I've said this so many times that, the market is exactly like the stock market. Every day is something different. So you got to know when to hold them, know when to sell them, know when to get rid of them, know when to do that stuff. Don't just, think, oh man, the card, I bought the card for $20, now it's worth 10. Eventually it's going to be worth 50 sometimes. Then, one card, I'd say this too, I treat like I've said before, Apple stock is Michael Jordan, kind of like Tesla is LeBron James, Derek Jeter is like Google. I kind of use those analogies. So one card, there's, certain cards are going to go up to a certain value. A card, like a no-name rookie card, person who's in the NBA, who's just sitting on the bench for 20 years, his card's not going to be valuable no matter what you get it in. Maybe if you get his autograph, sell it for $20, something like that, but his card is not going to be on the LeBron James level, or the Michael Jordan level. So same thing with these, with the Topps 2020 project. This is a once in a lifetime thing if they don't do it again. So understand that these cards aren't going to be basketball, like players that are on the bench on the basketball team that never play and never ever do anything in the NBA. All right, these cards are Hall of Fame players, big time players they're remaking their cards. So that's special. That's a limited edition card. So cherish those. These cards have maximum potential for value because they are, some are short printed, they're limited edition, they're crazy artworks. You can get artist proofs, you can do all that stuff. No other cards are really like this. Obviously the print runs are increasing, but that doesn't mean that the card's value will necessarily go down right now. Maybe in the future, yes. But remember, there's millions of Michael Jordan cards. Okay, these cards, there's only 33,000 of them. That's the difference here, guys. So that leads me in my last and final point, the print runs, right? So the print runs, as you can see, have drastically increased from 400, some had 100, to 33,000, 3,000, 2,000. Which that's okay, because if you are looking to resell them, they're going to resell for a higher amount than you bought them for, regardless, just because they're the Topps project. But the print run actually matters because in the long term, right? If a card prints 33,000 times, right, and it's sent off to everyone has it, a card like that's going to take longer to appreciate, right? Obviously, you guys know a card that's one of one is going to be very, very short-term appreciation. Means it's going to shoot up and right when someone pulls that, gets it slabbed or keeps it, it's immediately going to increase in value, right? Immediately. So understand that the print runs matter. That's why some Trout cards are going for more than the other ones. Some Joe DiMaggio cards are going for more than the other ones, right? It's just like that. Some Jeter cards are going more, but because the print run matters. Okay, it shows how much of a certain card has been printed. So guys, those are the three or four things that I want you just to kind of remember as you're going through this Topps 2020 project journey, is that make sure you're checking out, the appreciation through the print runs. If it's a lower print run, right, the card's gonna be worth more in the long term. If it's a higher print run, it's gonna be worth more in the long term, okay? Remember to keep collecting. Remember, you're a sports card collector, right? Even if you do have a lot of money and you're putting it into, sports cards, you're a collector first, a buyer and seller second. Okay. Obviously it's good to sell and do all that stuff, but you want to collect first and grow the prestige of the hobby. Don't turn it into a buy and sell and grab. Okay. So my name's TJ, guys, with Legend Sports Cards. I appreciate you guys watching the video. Be on the lookout. We're going to get back to our highlight series this week. So be on the lookout for that. And I will see you guys in the next one. I am TJ with Legend Sports Cards.